third inductee into the 2010 Healthcare Marketing Hall of Fame is Mr. Larry Falls. It's with my deepest regret that Larry's not here. Well, not physically, anyway. Those of you who know Larry or were privileged enough to work with him know that Larry was taken from us in September after an incredibly courageous battle with pancreatic cancer. His wife Susan, 2 daughters, Carolyn and Emily, and his son Stephen are here, and his son Stephen will accept on his father's behalf. Excuse me. Larry was my friend, my mentor, my role model. He is, in my opinion, the absolute benchmark for strategic marketing. He began his career as a pharmaceutical representative in the Greater Toronto area. His talent was very quickly recognized and received a lot of promotions, and was moved to Cook Weight Laboratories on Park Avenue in Manhattan. He relocated his family to New Jersey. He was responsible for Canada and USA operations. He was the president of Cook Weight. He was 32 years old. After a few years, he came back to Canada, and he headed up the healthcare division of what that time was the leading agency of the day, SMW. He was involved in no fewer than 35 product launches in 9 different therapeutic areas. He was recruited to Glaxo Wellcome, where he was responsible for marketing the respiratory portfolio at Glaxo, and was responsible for over 2/3 of the company's growth while he was there. Larry was very passionate about getting the strategy right. And amongst his greatest accomplishments, I think, is the army of people that he trained, developed, and mentored along the way. And many of us, and I count myself amongst them, owe our success largely to his training, his development, and his guidance. I'm going to quote one of those people, Mr. Charles Coe, who's unfortunately out of the country right now. Charles is the general manager of Red Leaf, and he said, "Larry's unwavering pursuit of excellence resulted in new standards in business planning, operational excellence, and innovative programs that many of us just now take for granted. He is a great teacher of the discipline of marketing and an inspiring mentor to many of us that benefited from his wisdom. When faced with business challenges and opportunities, many of his disciples still ask, 'What would Larry do?'" And I, for one, can say that that's the honest truth. I ask myself that often. So now I call upon Stephen Falls to accept this recognition on his father's behalf.
So as mentioned, my name is Stephen Falls. I'm Larry's younger son. And thank you so much, Lauren, for your kind words about my father. I know you were a great friend to him. So first off, on behalf of the Falls family, I would like to express our deep appreciation to Lauren and the nomination committee for recognizing my father's contribution with this incredible honor of being inducted into the Canadian Healthcare Marketing Hall of Fame. To stay brief, I would like to make a few key points about my father's life as a businessman. My dad was a hard-working man. Upon graduation from Ryerson, he had only a diploma in marketing and really no business contacts whatsoever. At his own admission, his promotions were often a function of starting earlier and staying later than the other guy. Dad loved to talk about working his own version of marketing flex time, which was 12 hours on and 12 hours off. The second point, my dad loved his work. Don't get me wrong about the hours. My dad loved marketing. I can say without embellishment that many of his personal friends were a subset of his coworkers and colleagues in healthcare marketing. Some of you are undoubtedly here tonight. Even through his sickness, his drive to not disappoint his peers and his love for the work had Dad writing business plans and answering emails at a time when most of us would have long since given up. And finally, the point I would like to make is that I know my dad was immensely grateful to be named for this award. Too few of us get to be honored properly for the sacrifices we make in pursuing our life's work. And for my dad, this award was a much-needed reminder that his extraordinary efforts in his working life did not go unnoticed by all of his peers. So thank you very much, everyone.
And that was actually very cute about the, I'll be brief, just a few key points. If anybody knew Larry, you knew that was Larry talking to us today.